Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and now we're going to play Zenless Zone Zero, and so that we can start the main story. So yeah, I'll just gonna the audio. Oh wait, there you go.
Mhm.
One fire or just crystal one.
Getting a bunch of chili pops could be dangerous.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm?
Hmm. Simulated signal from the administration surges through the encrypted line after a few seconds of whispering. Oh
Hey
shit.
kids, I trust you've been well.
He's the
The
mayor.
miasma shrouding Lemnian Hollow still hasn't cleared, and since Wi-Fi Peninsula is also a major production area for porcelain ore, I imagine the air quality there isn't so great.
Isn't the spreading miasma more worrying than the air quality itself? Do you have any plans to address it, Mr. Mayor?
A close attendant friend of mine once told me that, as a senior, it's more friendly to start with some pleasantries before diving into the main topic. But enough small talk. I'm calling about the continued threat of the miasma and the danger still posed by the Exaltists. Miasma is a natural byproduct within the Hollows, a unique form of ether that causes more severe corruption effects than ordinary ether, producing even more powerful ethereals and sacrifices. That's nothing new to you two, Phaethon, but the miasma raging within Lemnian Hollow has far exceeded what natural seepage could produce.
It's all because of the Exaltists. They've been using miasma to research and create sacrifices. And now miasma is spreading rampantly within the Hollow.
That's right. From thwarting the Exaltists' plan to seize control of Wi-Fi Peninsula to dismantling Porcelumex, everything you've done has surely dealt a major blow to the Exaltists' influence in the region.
But the Exaltist actions are still harming the people of Wi-Fi Peninsula, and the miasma in Lemnian Hollow shows no sign of letting up.
Which brings me to the reason I'm troubling you both this time. The opportunity to root out that evil once and for all has finally arrived. Porcelumex's co-chief executive officer Ferox secretly allied with the Exaltists to carry out unlawful hollow experiments, seriously endangering the safety and interests of Wi-Fi Peninsula's citizens and businesses. I'll spare you all the official jargon, but in short, Porcelumex's influence and control over Wi-Fi Peninsula have been significantly restricted. But investigations and operations by the city government in Wi-Fi Peninsula are still being hindered because another major player has rolled in. A defense force unit, led by Major General Lorenz, has been deployed to Wi-Fi Peninsula over the past few days, imposing temporary military control to investigate Porcelumex and contain the Exaltist threat.
The Defense Force wasn't involved with the issues in Wi-Fi Peninsula before, so why'd they show up now?
Wi-Fi Peninsula is a key porcelain production area after all, and has always been a highly contested prize amongst the city's various official powers. Besides protecting the city, everyone is eager to claim a bigger share of the wealth and influence it provides. Major General Lorenz is no easygoing man. Ruthless would be the mildest way to describe him when it comes to achieving his goals. According to my sources, he has a close personal relationship with Porcelumex's other co-chief executive officer, Lucro, and the two often work together. With Ferox's downfall, Lucro secured Lorenz's support by offering him a share of Wi-Fi Peninsula's interests. Having the backing of a Defense Force Major General would greatly benefit his dealings within TOPS.
Sounds like a power game between TOPS and the Defense Force. But where exactly is this opportunity to take out the Exaltist remnants?
According to the action plan the Defense Force submitted to the city, eradicate the Exaltists sits at the top of their agenda. That's also their most legitimate reason for deploying to Wi-Fi Peninsula. Of course, I don't believe Lorenz is only there to dutifully protect the city, but with Porcelumex and the Defense Force already muddying the waters, a heavy-handed move by the municipal government could turn the conflict into a turf war over interests. I won't pretend I'm above it all, but I do believe that protecting the citizens' safety is more important than short-term gains. That's why neither the city government nor Yunquay Summit can act directly this time. But for you, Phaethon...
Yes, Phaethon, a legend among proxies, an outlaw of the underground, the last disciple of a secret research institute, Mayor Mayflower's wondrous right hand, the one who saved the Void Hunter from the brink of collapse. It's my time to shine again, right?
To be honest, I won't need all those people helping me. But you're right. It's time for the protagonist to take the stage.
Hey.
I spotted the name Obel Squad on the Defense Force's unit roster. I've heard of their past exploits, and some of their members have had both professional and personal dealings with you. I believe they could be a trustworthy source of support. Their commanding officer this time is Miss Isolda, who worked with you during the investigation into the Exaltists and Porcelumex. I assume you're already well acquainted with her.
So, we'll be taking part in the operation against the Exaltists as proxies working with the Defense Force?
Exactly. But the title proxy won't fly in the Defense Force's operational report. You'll be introduced as Special Holotech Advisors and the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operations during your visit with the Defense Force. Sorry, official organizations do love to make up long and difficult to remember titles, but sometimes those titles can come in handy. Though I have to say, the ones you came up with a moment ago did sound a lot cooler.
By the way, we came across a few scattered clues about our teacher in the last mission, but we still didn't make any real headway.
There's still no solid intel on Miss Carol Arna, but within the limits permitted by the Defense Force, you're still free to pursue her whereabouts as you see fit. I've already informed the Defense Force and Miss Isolde in advance. The specific plans and arrangements will be up to you two to discuss with Isolde and Obel Squad. Well, I have official duties to attend to, and you both have an important mission ahead, so let's keep it brief. Once again, I wish you the best of luck.
Taking down the Exaltists, the Defense Force looks like this job won't be easy. I hope we don't run into any trouble. But hey, we get to team up with Obo Squad again. Soldier 11 Trigger will be happy to see you too, right guys? Of course, a couple of new acquaintances we've crossed paths with before. But before heading out, maybe we should let Yishu and Shifu and the others know. I've been expecting you, as don't tell me that Yishu and Shifu is all-knowing look. I only knew because the mayor could tag the name in advance. Since that really is why you are here, you person is on good terms with the mayor, so we can get directly involved in defense force updates. Which means I have no choice but to send my talent student. Leave it to your disciple. Give me the sec is the least of your worries. The Exaltists play dirty, and the defense force throws its weight around. You are neither skilled enough nor strong enough to deal with either of them alone. That's why you have to act with the utmost caution. Your own safety has to come first before you try to help anyone else. Alright, so if Temple isn't going anywhere, get a good night's rest here tonight, then go take care of what you need to do. Remember, if you get into any trouble out there, just give them your Shifu phone. You carefully calibrate the HDD device in Table's inner chamber, then spend time chatting with your senior brothers and sisters before you realize that night has already fallen. Defense Force sent word we're meeting up with Obel Squad tomorrow morning. The coordinates are in the Lamian Hollow. We're meeting in the Hollow? That's right, the Defense wants us to wake up with Obel Squad during the operation. Afterward, we'll return to their base together. Supposedly, it's meant to help us work more smoothly in Obel Squad and to test our capabilities as the Mayor's special envoy. I've spent the whole afternoon tuning the HDD device. It's pretty much done. You should take it easy and rest up tomorrow's operation. Go to sleep. Wishing do not go gentle to that. Good night. In a dream made from electric impulses and numeric signals in Magu's memory.
appear out of nowhere. Without support from the Obsidian Division, they won't hold for long.
I knew you couldn't count on Helios's warning systems.
Doesn't matter. We've seen worse, haven't we?
The track we're guarding this time is a key route for evacuating civilians and transporting aid. This is our last line of defense. The civilians are right behind us. We must hold the line.
Magus, you're late today?
You never miss Captain's pep talk.
Let me guess. You were off doing last-minute gear checks for us. Still, they've got a point. Tardiness is unacceptable, soldier.
Obsidian Division. Agamemnon Squad assembled.
Obsidian Division, Agamemnon Squad, requesting backup. Obsidian Division, Agamemnon Squad, requesting backup.
Fall back, Orpheus.
Fall back. No. No. We have to kill it. Whatever it takes. Get back.
I'm from Yunkoi Summit. We'll hold the line from here. You can fall back now, comrades.
Everyone. We can still save them. And the civilians, they're right behind us. We can't back down. We cannot fall back!
So, is this the end? Revenge. Against what? The Hollow? Against everything. I've already lost everything.
Captain? Captain Magus? Nagus? Nagus, were you dreaming again?
Intelligent constructs don't dream. It was just leftover cache fragments tucked away deep in my memory module.
So, were you dreaming about the past again?
It's a good thing you gave up your studies at the Meta School to enlist, Orphe.
What can I say? My brain can be a bit slow at times. Anyway, Magus, you talk in your sleep all the time.
I don't sleep. It's a self-diagnostic mode. And I've told you before, use my proper title while on duty, and stop eavesdropping on me.
Yes, Captain Magus! I swear, I'll never listen to you sleep talking again. But given how you're always right behind me, it's kinda hard not to overhear.
It's not sleep talking. It's echoes of residual signals from the vocal module during self-diagnostic mode.
Yes, Captain Magus. I swear, I'll never eavesdrop on your, whatever that was during self-diagnostic mode again.
Still, it's strange. I actually overslept today. I mean, my self-diagnostic ran longer than expected. It feels like some kind of bad omen.
Are intelligent constructs superstitious too?
Well, I am just like you. An idiot who dropped out of school to join the military. Superstition is the only knowledge I've got that I can actually rely on. Enough breakfast chit-chat. Time to get ready for this morning's operational briefing, Orphe.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Captain Magus, squad member Arthur, I've been waiting here for you. You left the sniper to wait here all alone? That's not how an assault trooper should operate or think. But you were the one who told you that was a necessary systems check and maintenance. Now getting into position early to cover their squad mates is part of the sniper's job too, isn't it? Let's head to the operation briefing for the Colonel squads everyone in August 14. Oval squad assemble. Captain Magus. Even after all this time, Soldier must remain disciplined and focused. That's what you call a model soldier. I am a model soldier. You see, you're a soldier. You're a soldier too. If you join the scouts, scouts, you'd definitely be an honor scout. I feel like there's a memory somewhere in my past, something about being in the scouts. If I weren't busy taking care of 16 here, I'd absolutely be an honored member. Captain, we got about 12 or 13 push-ups worth of time before for the operation briefing, depending on whether we're doing them one-handed or two. Let's hurry to the operation briefing or we'll be punished as probably squad members before we ever get the chance to become honored men. The members of our squad are gathered around the command table.
Good morning, everyone. Today's briefing is to discuss the tactical details for the raid on the Exaltus stronghold. Thanks to previous infiltration ops and documents from Porcelumex, we've gathered intel on several key Exaltus communication hubs within the Hollow. However, we still need more detailed intel on the exact location of their headquarters and the distribution of their personnel. Therefore, before the main force advances into the Hollow to launch a full sweep, we will deploy several elite squads to their comms outposts within the Hollow for recon. The first shot of this battle will be fired by Obel. The results you achieve will be critical to the success of the operations that follow.
Leave it to me, Isolde.
Captain Magus, remember to use proper ranks during operations?
Yes, ma'am. After all these years, it's not like you don't know my bad habits.
Magus? Captain, you were the one lecturing me about that just this morning.
After all this time, we finally get to fight side by side again, Isolde. Colonel.
Ma'am, I heard for this operation, a special envoy from the city government will be assisting Obel Squad. Is that confirmed?
Yeah, Trigger was just telling me we've got a super capable and trustworthy friend coming to work with us.
Trigger is right. There will indeed be a guest from the city government joining us as a technical advisor to assist Obel Squad in the operation. Per the agreed arrangements, our guest will meet you all inside the Hollow. The Exaltists have long plagued Waifei Peninsula. Obsidian Division's mission is simple. Eliminate the source of this chaos once and for all. Their repeated failures have cost them dearly. Our task now is to eliminate the remaining stragglers and strike directly at their headquarters. We have obtained intel on multiple enemy strongholds. You will be deployed as scouts. Your objective is to investigate and pinpoint the enemy's main base. Blitz Squad will handle the frontal assault. You will also rendezvous with the technical advisor dispatched by the mayor and assist them in securing the key data. Aegis Squad, you will strike the enemy from the air, providing firepower and intel support for all units on the ground. Operation codename Blitz and Aegis. Obel Squad, gear up and get ready!
Obel Squad reporting in. We are at the target hollow.
Hold E.
Blitz Squad in position.
Aegis Squad, report your position. Do you copy?
We're en route with the chopper. ETA
escort team are inside the building up ahead.
By the way, why are we meeting inside the Hollow?
Captain Magus is all about action. She prefers getting to know our partners in live combat scenarios rather than listening to someone introduce them.
We've successfully rendezvoused with the target. Now, let me take a look at Colonel Isolde's intel report. Captain Magus, this is the Special Hollow Technology Consultant, the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operations, as well as the...
Wait, didn't Isolde say there was only one target? How many people are we talking about here?
Hey everyone, forget the titles. Why don't you all just call me Proxy?
So this is the amazing Mr. Phaethon that Trigger and Soldier 11 were talking about. Turns out you're actually pretty down to earth.
I know who you are. You must be the infamous Phaethon they mentioned, right?
Trigger was definitely talking about the renowned Mr. Phaethon.
Usually, only heroic characters are described as renowned. For villains, it would be...
If the other side is a villain, then working with them means we're on the side of villains too.
To be honest, I'm still a little uneasy about having a proxy join up with Obel Squad. I'm an old-timer who plays by the rules. No dramatic backstory, no need for wild adventures like the younger ones. So I've rarely had dealings with anyone outside the military. Especially someone from, well, the underworld, like you.
A hero working from the dark side, protecting the city in secret. I have to admit, that sounds pretty cool.
Sure, I've heard stories of your accomplishments, but don't mistake that for me seeing you as a hero. Everyone walking the city has their own purpose, especially someone with a complicated background like you. But I hope your goals won't interfere with Obel's mission, or violate the Defense Force's principles. Otherwise...
If what you call your principles are genuinely just, and your aim is to protect others, then I'd say we're on the same side.
I hope so.
Whether I'm a villain or a hero, let's keep our focus on the mission. After all, we're still deep inside the Hollow, surrounded by Exaltists.
Regardless of your position, if you get things done, that's not bad in my book.
Next, I'll briefly outline the mission objectives and explain the role that Phaethon will play in this operation. As an expert Hollow guide, or a proxy, Phaethon will use the current map intel and Hollow data to chart the most efficient route for us, Obel Squad. At the same time, we'll provide cover for Phaethon as the proxy collects Hollow data and monitors the changes and activity of the miasma.
We've got plenty of trained scouts in the military. Can a proxy with no combat experience really handle such an operation?
Captain Magus, according to the intel report and squad member accounts, the proxy has combat experience working alongside Trigger and Soldier 11. Sharper, more precise, and more perceptive than any scout. That's how Soldier 11 described the proxy. I don't think we've ever seen anyone who's earned the approval of both Trigger and Soldier 11 outside of our own squad members.
If no other squad members or Isolde have any objections. That wraps up the mission briefing. Don't fall behind, Proxy.
There are more enemies than we expected.
Aegis Squad, report your status! Aegis Squad, come in!
Oh no. Still no response.
Electromagnetic interference is pretty common in hollows. Interference patterns suggest this could be intentional jamming by these.
The enemy reinforcements just keep coming.
This squad is pinned down. Aegis Squad, be covered.
The fastest way to restore comms is to disable the nearby generator.
Tactical retreat! The miasma around us is getting thicker.
Activity is rising around us. Keep an eye on.
Senior.
What?
We're circling right above the enemy, Captain.
Searching for the mission target. Aegis Squad has reached the LZ. Blitz Squad, do you copy? Comms seem to be jammed. Is Seed Senior's comm system still working?
No, the speaker's all fuzzy with static.
Let's clear the nearby enemies first, then regroup with the captain ASAP. I wonder if the proxy, the envoy and the captain have met up safely.
The area's all clear now. All those annoying pests? Get rid of it.
Come in, Blitz Squad. Do you copy?
Aegis Squad, come in.
Aegis reporting in. We read you loud and clear, Captain.
We just shut down the enemy's jamming equipment.
Not my touch.
Aegis Squad. Are there any ether transmission terminals inside the control room?
Roger. New objective. Shut down the ether transmission system.
Remote support. In position.
The ether transmission system has been shut down.
Great. That cuts off the supply of miasma.
Next, we eliminate the remaining enemies and head to the meeting point.
I'm not late, right?
Time for us to show them what we've got. Blitz Squad has finished clearing out the remaining enemies.
What kind of...
Those things look like coffins. They're kind of creepy. Huh?
The unknown device. Now analyzing. Network communication structure detected.
These devices are interconnected, probably forming part of a larger equipment array. By cracking part of the data, we can locate the other devices.
Looks like Proxy's quite the skilled hacker.
You're amazing, Proxy.
You're not secretly hacking into my brain while I'm asleep, are you?
Hey, come on. I'm a professional. I have standards.
Communication structure analysis. 50% complete.
those are ether reactors made by Porcelumex. To be honest, they look pretty ominous.
Porcelumex? That's the company working with the Exaltists, right?
Not everyone in the company is bad. Hopefully.
This is the only route Blitz Squad can take.
The mission went without a hitch. Great work, everyone.
And thanks to the envoy for all his hard work, too.
You all carried the operation.
Huh?
Seed, you've met them before.
Oh, it's you, Proxy.
You're Seed, right? It's been a while. We met briefly during the Porcelumex inspection.
I remember. Oh, Seed Senior says he remembers too. Shh, he's asleep right now, so he can't talk to you himself. But according to Seed Senior, you're someone who can be trusted. Someone worth trusting. Well, to be honest, it was Trigger and Soldier 11 who told Seed Senior first. And then Seed Senior told me.
Seed Senior. Is that the name of your mech?
He's not a mech. Seed Senior is an intelligent construct, totally different from exoskeleton-based vehicles like mechs. You carry the same scent as me, Proxy. You must be quite knowledgeable in this field. Did you attend classes properly back in school, Proxy?
Strictly speaking, I never really went to a typical school.
Sounds like a lie.
You two have quite a unique way of talking.
The Defense Force, or rather, Obel Squad's comms channel, also seems to be tuned to a pretty unusual frequency.
Birds of a feather flock together, as they say.
The Proxy wasn't complimenting us, Soldier 11. You dummy.
Being able to tune into both Seed's and Soldier 11's wavelength at the same time, I have to say, you really are something special.
Wavelength? Are Seed and Soldier 11 intelligent constructs too?
Still, winning over these girls might be easy, but as their commanding officer, I have to assess you with the utmost caution. All right, everyone, that's enough chit-chat. Let's not forget, we're still in the middle of a battlefield here. Although we've tracked down the Exaltists' communication outpost, it seems all that's left are supplies they didn't have time to evacuate with. We came up empty on both the location of the Exaltists' main base and the research data you were looking for, Proxy.
The most efficient way to move such a large amount of supplies in a short time would be through spatial fissures. The Exaltists have been operating in Lemnian Hollow for a long time. They must have access to fissure coordinates unknown to the Defense Force. But no one knows the labyrinths of hollows better than Phaethon.
Phaethon's scales are like magic. Sounds way more impressive than a carrot.
Sounds pretty mysterious. Anyway, you're confident you can catch up with them, right?
I got this. Inside those devices, those are all sacrifices?
Seed, confirm the number of enemies.
Locking onto hostile targets. There's 8 in total. Look at it. 6. 5. 2. 1. 0. Now we're all clear. squad. All enemies eliminated.
Wow. Amid the thunderous stumps of heavy machinery and shrill hysterical screams, Sid brings in exalted captives.
The rambling old man is a little Seed's trophy.
The final sacrifice is about to begin.
Unhinged priest.
How can swirling dust compete with a blazing fire?
Do all the Exaltists talk like this? It's really hard to understand.
Seed, make him shut up.
Foolish unbelievers!
Hey, Seed Senior, you've got to be careful with how you treat prisoners.
They've done more than enough harm. Being gentle isn't exactly a priority.
What sets these Exaltists apart from typical villains is their fanatical devotion to the Creator, which often drives them to act unpredictably. Even if they act in the shadows without rhyme or reason, the miasma remains essential to them. If we follow that trail, it could very well be the weakness that brings them down.
These so-called fanatics are nothing more than villains who treat ether as a deadly poison corrupting New Eridu, aiding and abetting its destruction. Let's see if they stay so devoted when confronted with 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military-grade high-energy lasers!
Calm down, Captain Magus. As vile as the Exaltists are, not every member is guilty. Many innocent civilians were deceived into joining. In other words, not every Exaltist member deserves to be met with 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military-grade high-energy lasers.
We've hardly caught anyone yet, and you're already defending them? I know how to throw around grand quotes too. Like no snowflake in an avalanche ever feels responsible. You're awfully sympathetic towards these scumbags. Perhaps because you're one of them?
Enough! Captain Magus, I'm pretty sure your remarks have already exceeded the boundaries set by Commander Isolde's temporary protocol for addressing Phaethon. Specifically, the section designated for Magus.
Huh? How come no one told me about it?
Don't speak harshly to your squad mates, and don't say anything that kills morale. That's what you taught us, Captain Magus.
I don't consider them a comrade. At least not yet.
Whether we're allies who can rely on each other or simply partners with our own suspicions, let's stick to our duties, Captain Magus.
Wouldn't have it any other way, Phaethon.
There's a critical piece of intel that needs immediate attention. What just emerged from the Obscura is a bioweapon created by the Exaltists, known as a sacrifice. These Obscura, and the factories that produce them, are scattered throughout Lemnian Hollow.
No, not just Lemnian Hollow. According to the data from Porcelumex and the intel Commander Isolde has gathered, there are a large number of Obscura placed throughout Yphae Peninsula. Over 300 of them.
Over 300? Not even the entire Obsidian Division could deal with that many monsters.
The entire Obsidian Division would just end up as monster food.
We have to get this information to Command immediately. The Exaltists' actions may be far more dangerous than we had anticipated.
No, that's not right. Although I did come across Obscura shards tainted with sacrifice energy, there's still no solid evidence to confirm that all Obscura have sacrifices in them. The Obscura devices I saw in Phylum Heights didn't all carry traces of sacrifice energy either. More importantly, creating a creature as powerful as the sacrifices would require an unimaginable amount of ether. There's no way the Exaltists have access to such an immense supply of ether and miasma.
Or they would have destroyed New Eridu long ago.
Phew. Good thing the bad guys we're dealing with this time aren't that powerful. Yet.
Hey, did you two completely forget that courage is a soldier's greatest virtue?
Captain, didn't you say that kind of talk is just something generals say to sound impressive?
The proxy has a point. But there's definitely something suspicious about the Obscura and Wi-Fi Peninsula. We need to organize thorough inspections and patrols as soon as possible. Obsidian Division has already mobilized outside Lemnian Hollow. Those Exaltist rats will soon meet their end.
A fanatic's last stand is often the most ferocious. Everyone, stay sharp and proceed with caution.
After spending over a decade in the military, I understand that all too well.
What Captain Magus meant to say was, thanks for the heads up, Proxy.
That's not what I meant!
In the depth of Lemon Hollow where even the proxy's eyes couldn't pierce the darkness. What? Sora? The military's operation has started. You're to provide cover over the Overseer's ritual. Every action will lead us closer to meeting our Lord. Everything for the Creator, Lady Sarah. But the defense forces are overwhelming numbers, and we've taken heavy losses lately. With that little strength we have left, we don't need to achieve victory. Our mission is to buy time. Sacrifices are inevitable. Fortunately, the defense forces are exactly driven by the noble duty they claim to uphold. As long as the Overseer completes the ritual, then we've already won. May the Creator refine you. May the Creator refine me. Obsidian divisions temporarily taken over Piggy's Road as our base operations. This will be a staging area for the upcoming mission. Oh no, it's been closed. But there seems to be way more people at the base today. Probably some sort of operation being coordinated. Anyway, let's report of the soldiers. Oh no, it's been blocked.
All in all, the scouting mission was a success. Obel Squad took no casualties. Against our firepower, those Exaltist lunatics didn't stand a chance. It's honestly baffling how HSO and public security got completely outplayed by the Exaltists. Their actions are chaotic and lack any strategy. Though credit goes to Commander Isolde's flawless planning.
The proxy was amazing too. Just like Trigger and Soldier 11 said. And just like all those rumors on Internet.
Huh? Orphe, since when have you been visiting sketchy sites like Internet behind my back?
Help!
Calm down, Captain Magus. What you've dealt with so far are just the Exaltist scattered remnants.
I know. We already have the hollow coordinates for the Exaltist base. I'm not worried about a head-on clash. What worries me are those Obscura and the sacrifice creatures.
Leave the search for the Obscura to me and the city forces. You focus on the mission inside the Hollow. You can't just grasp at weeds. You have to dig out the roots. All this might just be a diversion by the Exaltists. By the way, Proxy, I heard your performance in the Hollow was top-notch as always. How's working with Obel? Has Captain Magus been giving you any trouble?
I'll have to think about that. I do remember Captain Magus saying that Phaethon is a villain who should be dealt with using 50 caliber high explosive rounds and military-grade high-energy lasers.
Don't go taking things out of context to make me look like the bad guy. I'm a straight shooter.
Got it. Looks like the temporary protocol for addressing Phaethon doesn't really hold much sway over Captain Magus.
It's all because I wasn't decisive enough. Please don't punish Captain Magus.
She's not the most soft-spoken. But Captain Magus and the squad have been doing their best to support me, and her military-grade high-energy laser is definitely reassuring.
All right. Without the proxy support, our operation wouldn't have gone this smoothly.
Whew. I guess this is the part where old grudges melt away and everyone makes nice.
Nice.
But if you're that talented, why settle for the dishonorable role of a proxy? Why not join the military, earn a proper rank, and truly protect New Eridu?
What's so dishonorable about it? The work we do in the shadows brings us closer to the light than many of those who stand in it.
You're being a little harsh today, Captain.
Proxy. How many unqualified civilians have you led straight into danger within the Hollows? And how many shady Hollow Raiders have you guided to dirty money?
You're right, Captain Magus. The underworld does have its dark side, but a lot of people are forced into it. They have to avoid the light and just try to survive in the shadows. And this grand, respectable world you speak of, is it really filled with nothing but righteous heroes? Is your defense force really so perfect? Every single person?
Oh, shit.
You...
All right, kids, enough bickering. The only villain here is the grumpy old Isolde. You're all brave, shining heroes, okay?
Like a mom.
Looks like the captain got shut down by Commander Isolde again.
Even the proxy's been lumped in with the kids. Looks like we're all in the same class now.
This concludes the briefing. Proxy, Major General Lorenz has expressed interest in meeting you. Would you mind coming with me later?
The Major General wants to see me? That can't be good.
Relax. I'll be with you.
Adjutant, sir, the Major General's guest has arrived. Please follow me, you two. The Major General's tent is just beyond the tunnel. We follow the adjutant's lead and head with Isolde into the Major General's tent on the other side of the tunnel.
Sir, your guests have arrived.
Colonel Isolde, I heard that, Obel Squad has already obtained the coordinates of the Exaltist headquarters.
That's correct, sir. The recon operation was a success. However, we also discovered something unexpected. There are numerous ether reactors installed around Waifei Peninsula, known as Obscura, which may pose a significant threat.
You can handle the specifics with your squad. You know I've always counted on you. Just make sure I get results.
Yes, sir.
Among all the mediocrity in the Obsidian Division, Isolde, you're the one who truly stands out. I'm really glad I found you back then. Someone like you shouldn't be stuck on the front lines. I'm pragmatic, but I always make sure my subordinates are treated fairly. This is a big opportunity, but I went to great lengths to get troops into Waifei Peninsula. So this mission is one we cannot afford to fail.
Yes, sir.
Ah, I seem to have forgotten about our guest. Isolde, the person beside you.
This is the officially appointed Hollow Technical Advisor and the Mayor's Special Envoy for Military Operation, Wise.
Welcome to Waifei Peninsula, Ambassador Wise.
I've been in Waifei Peninsula for a while now. Honestly, it's more appropriate for me and Swabian Temple to be the ones welcoming the Defense Force.
Swabian Temple? Ah, Yunquei Summit. Pardon my memory, I nearly forgot our guest works directly under Mayor Mayflower. Mind filling me in, Colonel Isolde? Why is one of the Mayor's personal agents, an infamous proxy, getting involved in Defense Force business?
Wise was appointed by the city as a technical advisor and envoy for Mayor Mayflower, sir. He's here to assist and oversee the Defense Force's operation.
Assist, huh? If the High Preceptor of Yunquay Summit had shown up in person, perhaps I'd consider that worthy. And as for the supervision, since when does Mayflower get a say in when Obsidian Division pulls the trigger?
Sir, Wise is only here to assist Obel Squad. This has nothing to do with the main force's operations or command. All part of the agreement to keep the City Council from meddling with our military affairs in Waifei Peninsula. Which, I imagine, suits you just fine?
Of course. Your arrangements are always right on point, Colonel. This whole operation is running smoothly, thanks to you. Well then, since you're the Hollow experts and personally by the Mayor, it's only right that I give you a proper welcome. Unfortunately, military secrecy is of utmost importance, so I'm afraid I can't escort Wise to the more refined venues in the city for a proper celebration, at least for now. Colonel Isolde, until this operation is over, all of Wise's external communications and movements beyond Phyloom Heights must be temporarily restricted.
That's a very unique way to treat a guest.
Major General, the Mayor and Yunquay Summit might not be too happy about that.
That's an order, Colonel.
Yes, sir.
The people from Porcelumix are still waiting for me in Phyloom Heights. Something about a banquet to welcome the Defense Force to Waifei Peninsula. Typical corporate parasites. Always know how to adapt and survive. I'm afraid I won't be able to personally entertain our guest, Isolde.
Let's go, Mr. Ambassador.
I'm real sorry, Wise. You came here to help, and this is how you're treated. Life in the military comes with its fair share of rules and restrictions. Major General Lawrence was a decorated officer during the fall of the old capital 11 years ago, and was promoted to a general after its fall. Over the years, he's been known for his rather overbearing conduct. It'd be dishonest to say I like his style, but working under him has definitely given me a lot of opportunities and access, allowing me to investigate the truth behind the fall of the old capital. The truth behind it? Bets up the cause behind my squad's failure back then. Magnus has always been concerned about it. I'm getting off track, but the point is you can count on us, whether it's Obel Squad or any other Oxygen Division soldier. We'll give everything to protect. After briefing you on the military operation, his soul takes her leave. Oh my gosh, that's a good. Hello, welcome to the stream. Is it your break time? How did you know? Just kidding. How did you know I'm streaming? I thought you do the do not disturb thingy. I don't know. Or maybe because it's break time. Me. Talk about rude. Are all Defense Force generals this unpleasant? I'm slacking off at work because I'm a big fan. What the? I kind of flattered about that. No, don't be a big fan. What do you mean, big fan? Ayan. How to warn. Thank you for the hydrate. Don't drown me, okay? There you go. Restrictions on going out and contacting the outside world. I might as well be a prisoner. But if we're just going back down to rest at Sugiwen Temple, we shouldn't be stopped, right? Oh, okay. By the way, Cave, do you know this game? Or have you heard of it? Sorry, sir. Order from above. You're not allowed to leave. argue with facts and logic. I don't know who you are, but there's no argument to be had. Orders or orders. Threaten again in a harsh and intimidating tone. The argument draws the attention of several nearby soldiers. Are you okay, Wise? Comrade, White is a special envoy sent by the mayor. Show some respect. The mighty Mr. White got taken down a notch. I'm just following orders. Following orders is a soldier's duty. I understand where this soldier is coming from. I hope you understand, Crimson Gloom. Withdraw with head held high. What the? Brian, I have my orders, so please don't make this. Yeah.
Captain, Proxy made it through the interrogation unscathed.
No significant change in pulse, and your face isn't too pale. Looks like you passed the test. You look so frail, Proxy. Who would have thought you had the makings of a soldier tough enough to endure enemy torture?
So you're really that angry to see me tortured?
Since you already see me as a villain, it's only natural I've learned how to avoid torture, right?
The Major General may be tough to deal with, but interrogating the Mayor's envoy? That kind of thing doesn't happen in the Obsidian Division.
Isolde explains the Major General's orders to everyone.
Temporarily restricting the Proxy's movements and communications? What does that mean?
I used to play that a lot, but my phone storage can't take it, lamang. Yeah. It takes a lot of memory actually. Same as Genshin. Like if you have Genshin and then ZZZ in the phone, and you have an old phone, or no, not necessarily old, more like not the latest one. Yeah, it really won't take it as much, like, yeah, which is kind of also why I made the graphics for both Zenless Zone Zero and Genshin in my phone into the very minimum. Yeah, and in terms of memory storage, maybe because my phone's kinda new. I just bought it last year after 7 years of using my old phone. So yeah, I've been using my old phone for 7 years. So yeah, I think, yeah, the memory storage is not that consumed at all.
It means we've got your precious Phaethon locked away. No way out, and no texting or calling family.
Oh yeah, by the way, you can use your laptop. Is it laptop or desktop? Computer. Yeah, you can use your computer instead, I think.
That's just so...
Wait, nalimutan ko sinabi kanina.
It means we've got your precious Phaethon locked away. No way out, and no texting or calling family.
Man, that's just so...
That's terrible!
What a shame. I never thought the legendary proxy Phaethon would end up getting caught one day.
On the plus side, at least the legendary proxy Phaethon was caught by Obel Squad. The Major General's idea of hospitality might be questionable, but for a soldier, orders are orders.
So, as much as we regret it, the legendary proxy Phaethon will have to stay put in Phylum Heights for a while.
You sure you're sorry, Captain? I'm pretty sure you were holding back a laugh just now.
Don't worry. Obel Squad and the Obsidian Division are the first line of defense against the Hollows. We'll wipe out the Exaltists faster than you'd think.
And then the proxy will be free.
As ordered, a technician will now attach a tracker to the proxy and temporarily block all communication functions of their electronics.
Bruh. There's no point fighting it, so you allow a soldier to fasten the tracker, more like an electronic shackle to your ankle. Thanks to the defense forces signal jamming, the only wireless frequencies still function in One-Shay Peninsula are military ones. For now at least, say farewell to their friends anxiously awaiting your replies on Knock Knock.
My apologies, Proxy.
For the Obsidian Division, orders carry more weight than mountains. I don't like restricting someone's freedom like this. And I'm not exactly your biggest fan. But I hope you won't hold it against Isolde or the squad.
I may not be a soldier, but I can understand the weight orders carry for all of you. If temporarily restricting my freedom helps the operation go smoothly and keeps the people of Wi-Fi Peninsula safe, I'll gladly go along with it.
I never thought you'd show such resolve, Proxy. Don't worry. I'll keep an eye on you while you're with us.
Captain Magus keeping an eye on you? Just a heads up, she's not exactly the caring type.
Once again, Proxy, you have my apologies.
With some comms and our movement restricted, things are definitely tricky. Luckily, I can still reach out to Bell and Fairy through the HDD without the force noticing. Right, as I'm thinking about it. Proxy, don't look so down. It's time for Obel's regular equipment maintenance. Come join us. Is that okay? Do you agree, Captain Magus? Making sure our tech folks have reliable gear is crucial, so if you want to drop by, Proxy, go right ahead. I don't have any equipment on me. Really? I mean, I couldn't detect any gear on the Proxy, but I can't shake the strange feeling. Like the Proxy has some sort of device that feels oddly familiar. Don't worry, Proxy. Sid can be a bit hard to follow at times, but when it comes to tech, you can always count on her. It's just a routine maintenance check. Come on, Proxy, stop being as wishy-washy. That's a Pokemon, wishy-washy. Overscott is all here. Alright, time to start at today's routine maintenance. Inspector on duty squad members sleep. First up for inspection, Mercury. Oh, this is Mercury. And Mercury here. Let me take a look and see if the little Colby's got anything wrong with it. Always good nervous when Sid does my check. If Colby can hear me on the radio during operation, I'm gonna kick your butt. Aye. And that's Trigger's sniper rifle. I only need one look to tell your weapons in flawless shape, just like always, Trigger. Sniper's weapons, their soul on the battlefield after all. Boring now, it's boring now. It's Orphe and Captain Magus' turn. Let's get this straight. You're not laying up in your own. Calm down, Captain. Quit swinging around my tail. Wait, so technically Magus is just the gun, and the tail is the hand or the arm. Your exoskeleton's in good shape overall, Orphe, but your tail shows way more wear, no doubt due to the captain's reckless fighting style. The captain gives it all her all in combat. I'll try to stay in sync with Orphe's movements. As for Captain Magus, you're using that nitro fuel oil again, aren't you? She can't stand that smell pouring out of your gun barrel. Whoa, are you seriously attacking your captain's dental hygiene? Finally, it's your turn, Proxy. Where should I start? Sid stares straight into the proxy's eyes, impossible as it seems. It almost feels like she can see right through the HDD. But that can't be possible, right? Look away. Your eyes are crystal clear, Proxy. All system good. Inspection complete. You're just looking for an excuse to stare into Proxy's eyes. Now that everyone's finished their equipment checks, you're dismissed. Get some rest and make sure your gear's service at the armor. Hey, Proxy, don't forget to look after your eyes too. Oh, wow. Confirm that the military really is restricting your freedom of movement with Obel Squad. You then return to the tent to rest. The tent offers some cover from the soldiers' gazes, and establishing the connection with the HDD brings a small sense of relief.
As Master's supreme assistant and a thoughtful, all-purpose AI, I would never sit back helplessly while Master's freedom is being restricted, unlike the second assistant.
Fairy, you really can't stop chasing that first assistant title, can you?
Yeah. Hello, Sati. Welcome to the stream. I'm now doing this main story because, you know, it's just only, I think, 10 days left, and I don't know if I can stream next week or this weekend, so you know what, might as well. At the same time, we also have things to do in Genshin Impact. You know what it is. And yeah, I pulled for flints and I didn't get any. I mean, like it's only just 2 10 pulls so far, so you know it won't get anywhere as far as I know, as I expected. So yeah, might as well, you know, save some primos first, and I think I'll just gonna pull for him before he is gone from the banner. Yeah, and I'll do the elite monster farming first. It'll take a while, but I think it will be worth it. Yeah. It works though, as far as I know, huh? The elite monster farming. When you get the 4-star artifact and you pull, you'll get closely near the lock to get the 5-star. Yeah.
When will you finally understand that as his sibling, I'm irreplaceable?
Alright, you two, enough arguing. I'm just a pitiful, useless captured proxy here, while you two are elite hackers, okay?
Negative. Although Master was unfortunately captured, Master remains an elite hacking expert.
Save your useless sympathy, First Assistant. Luckily, not even the Hollows can interfere with the HDD's unique signal, so the Defense Force's jamming is barely an inconvenience.
Still, I was the one who actually encoded the anti-jamming signal.
Which means Wise can still reach me through the HDD, and EOS's deep dive can continue as planned.
I saw some new data with my eye implants in the hollow. I need you to run some calculations. Whether or not the military's info checks out, nothing is more trustworthy than your calculations, Fairy.
Affirmative. Additionally, I've made a full copy of the military intel files that EOS and Master saw.
Thank you for the hydrate.
If the Defense Force comes knocking because you did something without permission, make sure they know Second Assistant and your Master had nothing to do with it.
Wait a minute. Oh, it was Cave who redeemed it. Okay, fair. I mean, because before Seppi is always the one who redeems the hydrate one. I was like, oh, it was Cave. Okay.
Anyway, leave the rest to me and Fairy Wise, just like always.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Seppi, we have a new Segodachi over here. It's Cavenin. Yeah. So yeah, he's also a pog champ. Pog champ? What? Oh yeah. And Mr. Sepp over here, or Seppi, yeah, he's a hmm. Words can't explain it. More like because he owns a server. Just kidding. Yeah. Owns a server. And, still waiting for that. Still waiting for that server. For that Minecraft. Yeah. And also thinking, I think we're just waiting for the Cobblemon update, as far as I know. Yeah. So Seppi is the owner of the very server that we will be playing at. Yeah. But yeah, still waiting for it. OMG Pokemon server. Yeah, the one that I told you like a while ago. Yeah. I'm just hosting. What do you mean? What do you mean just? If it's not because of you, we don't have any server. There's no one who's gonna host the server, right? But yeah, you know what? Might as well. If that server comes out, we need to we need I need no. Not just me, I guess, but I think, you know what? I'm just gonna say it when the server comes out. But anyway, yeah. I'm really looking forward to that server. It's been months. I've been waiting for months, and it's nearly Christmas, bruh. Yeah, it's just sad. Well, what do you call that? The Never mind. I just wanna say na kailangan lutong-luto yung yung something, parang ganun. Kung hilaw kasi medyo pangit, parang ganun. Yeah, you know the point. But anyway, let's continue. As always.
Then leave clearing out the hollow to me and Opal Squad, just like always.
Nagtagalog. What do you mean? Look at the title of the stream, okay? English/Tagalog, okay? Alright.
The Defense Force's mission is bound to be dangerous. Be careful, Wise.
The bed beneath you feels so foreign. You hardly rest well that night, but as with all things, it eventually passes. I'm just hoping the robots has the time to do the server. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to judge him actually, because I don't know what's been up with him lately, but yeah, I think I don't know. I think it's also hard to work on the thing that, like, if you work on a version of the Cobblemon today, then it might not be compatible to the next version of it. So maybe I think I get him of waiting the new version of Cobblemon itself. I think. Well, patience is a virtue, I guess. Commotion rises from the utmost beyond the tent. That's Orphe and Sid's voices. Let's go check out what's happening. What's up? I've gotta go. Hope you have fun rest of the stream. Okay, thank you, kid, for dropping by, and good luck for work. Yeah, good luck, good luck. And you know what? Let's hang out sometimes. I know you'll be busy this week, but yeah. Goodbye. Oh no! He is malfunctioning. Is it the little one you brought back from the house? Yes, Captain. The Bamboo Squad seems to have been attacked. I received the Bamboo's distress signal and rushed over. Huh? What about the soldiers in that squad? They were all lying there covered in blood. I mean, the not breathing kind of lying there. Oh no! Oh, fuck. That's dark. Let's pay our respects. This Bamboo probably recorded what happened when they run into the enemy. But it's badly damaged. Do we have any technicians at base? Let me fix up the Bamboo. Proxy, you know how to fix a Bamboo? What's that? This little guy. The video footage is restored in images from inside the hollow stream out through the Bamboo's data port.
All units be advised. At 3 o'clock, 300 meters. A cluster of miasma. Ethereal presence confirmed. Something's off. Are those humans coming out of there?
This is scary.
Hey, look! Someone's crawling out of the miasma! Why are they wearing Defense Force uniforms? They're coming closer! And they're armed!
Gunshots being out from a distance.
We're under attack! Fight back! Enemy spotted at 3 o'clock! More at 5 o'clock! Oh, is it the Exaltus troops in disguise? No, they emerged from the miasma. They're definitely not alive!
They are censoring the bad words.
What the are we seeing the dead in broad daylight? Ethereal and monster, just take them down! Stop reporting in! We've got casualties! We've got another wave of hostiles launching in on the right! We need backup!
Oh no. The gunfire and voices gradually fade away and everything turns to silence. White noise grows louder, skipping ahead.
It's just as the Overseer said! Even a miracle like a resurrection is nothing for the Creator!
Don't let joy blind you, my dear brother. Until we stand before the Creator, every miracle is just a small step toward the gate of the final domain.
Don't worry. My joy hasn't clouded my judgment, and my knowledge as a researcher remains sharp. The large-scale miasma activation experiment has already begun ahead of schedule. They'll never catch up to us on our path to the Creator.
The footage ends abruptly here. The Bamboo recording the data seemingly couldn't hold any longer. Those soldiers crawling out of the miasma. They look like the dead brought back to life. The dead? But they're dressed in military gear from the old capital. Stuff from 11 years back. If they truly are the dead returned, how could they be the ghosts of those old soldiers if they're shooting at their own squadron? They are not the undead, more like kind of miasma creature. Still, the fact that these creatures take on the form of defense force soldiers means their creator, the enemy's knowledge of the defense force might be beyond our imagination. Besides, yesterday's recon mission went perfectly. We didn't expect that any cultists escape, so there's no way the cultists should be aware of our progress. We need to report this to Isolde. Oh, no. Together with Obo Squad, we briefed Isolde on what we saw in the footage.
The Exaltists have already figured out that we're launching a full-scale operation? So far, only Obel Squad's scouting mission involved direct combat. What that recon team ran into was likely just an unfortunate accident. But your operation was flawless, and no part of the plan was leaked. That means either the Exaltists are more perceptive than we thought, or some unit acted outside my command and carried out an unsanctioned mission.
But Lorenz handed over command of this operation to you.
So if we rule out interference from higher up, the only one who could have mobilized troops without the Colonel's approval is...
Only the Major General himself.
Looks like Colonel Isolde has it even tougher than I do when it comes to dealing with a demanding superior.
Orphe, you don't actually think I'm that difficult to deal with, do you?
At this point, arguing with my superior won't do any good.
So if we want the raid to stay on track, we'll have to strike even faster.
While I usually think you're a little too reckless, Magus, this time, I agree with you. Swift as the wind, fierce as fire, and unknowable as shadow. That's the essence of Blitz tactics. At least according to a Yunque Summit scroll. Since the enemy already knows we're coming, let's seize this rare opportunity and strike before they're ready.
Obel Squad, gear up and get ready!
Yes, Captain Magus!
I'm about to start deploying troops to launch the offensive. Proxy, both the battlefield and the hollows can shift in an instant. Make sure you're fully prepared. We aren't as ready as we could have been. The Obsidian Division will handle the battlefield, but when it comes to the hollow, you're the only one we can count on.
Leave it to me. On my reputation as a legendary proxy, and my honor as the mayor's envoy, I won't let you down. I'm counting on all of you, too. Please don't betray the trust that people have placed in the Defense Force.
Save it. We're well aware.
What the captain means is, Obel never fails a mission.
This operation has two main objectives. First, to gather intel on the Miasma soldiers. Second, to eliminate the Exalted bases. Get ready and move out. In a surprise attack, every second counts. So we move out.
The unexpected deployment of forces beyond Isolde's plan has put the Exaltists on high alert, like a startled bird ready to flee. We can't risk the Exaltist Corps members escaping right under our noses. We have to strike quickly and hit their key bases.
Based on the intelligence we have, the target stronghold in this operation is very likely the Exaltists' main base.
The intel may not be
I'm not usually one to spoil the mood, but from what I've seen of the Exaltists, they're not that easy to pin down. Which raises the question, can we really trust the intel from the Defense Force?
You really know your way around intelligence and information warfare, Proxy. But it's Isolde's strategy and intel that have been key to the Defense Force's success so far. I understand your concerns, but I've no reason to doubt the reliability of Isolde's intel.
Captain Magus, you sure have a lot of trust in Commander Isolde, don't you?
That's because Captain Magus and Commander Isolde were comrades in arms. They fought side by side years ago.
Technically, fighting side by side isn't exactly accurate. But yes, Isolde and I go way back. She's a comrade, a senior, and my commanding officer. In fact, Obel Squad itself wouldn't exist without Isolde's support and guidance. If I can't trust Isolde, then there might not be anyone left in Obsidian Division I can trust.
I understand. So please believe me. When I'm acting as your proxy, my one and only goal is to lead you all to where you're meant to be.
The Defense Force people are here.
Yeah. Who goes there? Petty thugs, blocking the way to the Creator.
The Creator will not forgive them. Our sacrifice will pave the way for our Master's return.
Recalibrating.
Oops, I can't really control my strength.
Encrypted documents detected in this device accessing. Wrongfully killed soldiers right in the underworld, cloaked in flames and unbending. As for why the defense force soldiers would fight for us, the overseer was rather vague. Perhaps they too were blessed with witnessing the Creator's true form in the underworld. The files stored in this device are incomplete. The remaining messages needs to be obtained elsewhere. Wrongfully killed soldiers, but those one emerging from the miasma were wearing 11-year-old uniforms and they died protecting New Eridu. These are solstice scum. How dare they desecrate the honor of fallen soldiers? Unforgivable. Approaching footsteps have everyone on guard, but then what they see is the sight of allied uniforms.
Which unit are you in? According to Commander Isolde's orders, aside from Obel Squad, there shouldn't be any other squads assigned to raid this base.
Isolde may be the acting commander for this op, but our squad reports to Major General Lorenz.
So, these idiots are the ones who alerted the Exaltus to our plan. And it was all under orders from the Major General?
Mind your tone. The Major General sent us because he was worried you wouldn't be able to handle this alone. We're here to support the operation.
Support the operation? We were just out there fighting alone as a single squad.
That's right, and we really do appreciate it. Without you taking the brunt of the Exaltists' attention, we couldn't have made it to their headquarters from the flank so smoothly. We have to apologize. We accidentally beat you to it and ended up taking the credit for wiping out the Exaltists' main base.
Credit? That's meaningless. Is this really the attitude of new recruits in Obsidian Division these days?
Acting all high and mighty. You're just a gun. Do you really think yourself so important? I may be a rookie, but at least I'm not a washed-up old dog like you.
Oh.
Watch it! The captain has given everything to protect the city. You don't deserve to...
It's okay, Orphe. As long as they really did take out the Exaltists, then they've helped safeguard New Eridu, which makes them our comrades.
Even among comrades, there are plenty of annoying ones. If you ask me, we should just take this guy away and cover it up as an accident caused by an Exaltist attack.
Oh shit, that's dark.
Hey, are you threatening me?
Stay focused, soldier. Answer me. Has the Exaltist base been completely cleared?
Several creatures took advantage of the chaos to escape. We had other orders to carry out, so we didn't have time to pursue them while clearing the base.
Other orders? What could be more important than wiping out the Exaltists?
Bunch of fools. We can't even handle something this simple properly. Opal soldiers, let's move out. Once again, it's up to us to clean up after these fools. Opal, gear up and get ready.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Leave it to Seed. It'll be A-okay.
The Exaltists are fleeing in all directions.
Second-rate troops sure are surprisingly good at messing things up. Who would ever call this an ambush? Well,
oh? Elite targets have appeared.
just the kind of fight Oval Squad's been waiting for.
Unleashing artillery barrage.
Maximum firepower!
Careful, Captain!
Not over yet!
Eradication mode activated. Initiating devastating strike.
Everything is moving along smoothly, Mr. Lucro.
We'll be counting on you again this time.
Bruh. Oh.
Major General Lorenz, you're here in the Hollow. In person?
You're the squad Isolde spoke so highly of. Codename Obel, wasn't it? This is quite a surprise. You arrived even faster than I expected. It's just as Colonel Isolde said, you're quite a capable squad.
Given that you're leading this entire operation, I'd expect you to be at the command post. And the person with you is...
You must be Mr. Lucro. We met briefly at the reception banquet for the Porcelumex safety inspection.
A reception banquet for a safety inspection? That makes no sense.
This, gun certainly has a blunt matter of speech. Anyway, we are acquainted from the banquet, aren't we? Also involved with the Obsidian Division, I see. For someone so young, you must have made quite the impact with the military.
Not so, Mr. Lucro. This gentleman is the mayor's envoy, specially sent by the kind-hearted Mr. Mayflower to oversee our work.
I'm just doing my duty. Please. The title of envoy is a bit too much. I feel like it's a little too high and mighty.
So you're a distinguished guest from city administration. My apologies. Please excuse the poor welcome.
So, what brings you here, Major General, Mr. Lucro, and these troops who've been acting without Colonel Isolde's orders?
My troops and I have our reasons for being here. You're a veteran, Captain Magus. Even if you don't fully grasp what overstepping means, you should at least know not to ask about classified military matters. Mind your tongue, Captain. After all, besides your sharp tongue, there's not much else you have left.
Major General, shouldn't we be going? Staying too long in areas with high ether activity isn't good for my health.
You're right, Mr. Lucro.
Escorted by the troops, Lorenz and Lucro withdraw from the stronghold.
Aside from that clerk I met at the Special Military Affairs desk, these are honestly the two most annoying people I've ever had to listen to. Sorry, Captain Magus. It was wrong of me to speak disrespectfully about a commanding officer.
I'll let it slide this time, Orphe. If I weren't afraid of getting you all tried at a military tribunal, I'd have turned every curse word into high-energy laser blasts right at their faces.
This place is not only a key Exaltus stronghold, but also one of their major research facilities. Porcelumex's other executive had previously worked with the Exaltists. Many of their facilities were originally Porcelumex's assets as well, and now under Lucro's lead, Porcelumex has formed ties with the defense force. It's clear why they're here.
You're making my head spin. Isn't it just those two plotting how to profit?
Goodness, Commander Lorenz is such a bad person.
Orphe is still caught up in that naive teenage mindset of seeing the world in just good and bad.
Goodness, Orphe. You really are a fool. But I can't say you're wrong this time. They chose to meet in the Hollow, likely to stay under the radar. Either way, Obol's mission continues. Everyone, we keep pursuing the escaping Exaltists.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Somewhere in the Lemnian Hollow, illuminated by a flickering candlelight. What the? Ang pangit niya. Tingin na akin sa boss eh. Great Overseer, the defense force took the bait just as planned. They're feeling pretty proud of themselves. Nivora. Perfect. They've wasted enough time on meaningless distractions. The foolish general think he's already claimed enough victories. They won't be throwing major forces at us anymore. Though the price was nothing more than a few necessary sacrifices. They died for their faith, Overseer. Besides, the troops you brought back from the underworld were a huge help. Soldiers fighting soldiers, it's cruel, really. Still, if it's for the right cause, then even you and I must be willing to give our lives. Absolutely, if that greater purpose is an own gems with the Creator. I know you have other intentions, but you'll still open the path to the Creator. Won't you, Great Overseer? I've wandered in confusion along this path more than once, but those words I heard were true, without a doubt. Once I've achieved my goal, I'll open the path to the Creator for you. Which means your sacrifice and mine are justified. But Peyton is with the defense force right now, and that one's a real handful, not the type to let things go easily, and that elite squad of theirs has been a serious thorn in our side. I've noticed that youngster may be an unexpected variable, but I've already set the course for how the tale unfolds. Don't back them into a corner unless you have to. Your arrangements are reasonable. May the Creator find us. Cheers and laughter echo from the military camp, which has been so quiet the past few days. Why is the defense force base so lively? What's going on? Let's ask around and see what the soldiers know. Oh, a new face, and not in uniform either. You must be that outside help for the what was it? Apostle Squad? Apostle Squad. Thanks to the brilliant leadership of the Major General and his adjutant, we secured an easy victory. Sure, you didn't land the big win, but you still play the part. Hey, Simon. Hey, what's with that look? We're celebrating our victory here. Don't be such a buzzkill, okay? Welcome back, Envoy. I've been waiting here just to make sure you return safe. You're really laying it on thick, huh? Such modesty. If you're acting on behalf of the mayor in defense sports matters, I'm sure your words hold real authority with the city administration. We owe it to the Major General's forces that we were able to reclaim a significant cache of first porcelain without incident. Assets Ferox had handed over to the Exaltists, which are in fact Porcelomex's property. It's quite the haul. The Major General and I go way back. He may not be the he may not be the most charming guy, but he's someone you can count on. I know I'm just a shrewd, profit-minded trader, and I also know there's been some bad blood between you and the Major General. But that doesn't stop me from seeing the potential for us to work together in the future. Someone like you always brings value to the table. So naturally, I'm pleased you made it back in one piece. It's true that certain individuals within Corselomex, including Mr. Farax and his team, engaged in unlawful activities with the Exaltists. The shameful and pathetic Mr. Farax is now in custody, and with the Major General's support, we've tracked down his subordinates who escaped into the Hollow. Corselomex is clean of any further criminal associations. Regarding the so-called Obscura devices, while they were created through Ferox's dealings with the Exaltists, I'm not clear on their scientific worth. Still, they are made of costly porcelain, so they belong to the company. We'll recover each of the Obscura once the defense force finishes assessing the risk. The risk? Yes, Colonel Isolde stated in the report that the Obscura could pose an extreme risk, even going so far as to order an evacuation of Wi-Fi Peninsula for public safety. It's gotten too dangerous. Looks like it's time for me to leave Wi-Fi Peninsula to track myself. Friendly soldier. These guys sure know how to take it easy. They're already planning the victory party right after winning. So what's the defense force's next move? Next move? There isn't one. The Major General believes the key members of the Exaltists have been wiped out and the beast cleared. As far as he's concerned, we've already won. I never thought victory would come so easily. The Exaltists won't be that easy. You have faced the Exaltists more than anyone, Proxy. Your insight is valuable, but even so, the Obsidian Division can keep pouring resources into chasing down a minor outlaw group. As for the Obscura, Colonel Isolde is taking our intel, and the risk posed by the sacrifices very seriously. He's already preparing to evacuate the citizens of Wi-Fi Peninsula. We'll stay on guard here to protect the civilians until everyone's been evacuated and all Obscura in the city have been cleared. It's thanks to Isolde's leadership that we were able to locate so many Obscura across the city before the operation began. Did the Colonel know about the risk of Obscura all along? Since everyone's taking a break, why don't you relax, little Foxy? I'm heading back to the camp with the captain. Wanna join us for a bit, Foxy? Despite our doubts, with the cheers ringing out through the night, all around you find yourself taking a brief rest by the firelight with the two soldiers. As Obo Squad settles in at their quarters, the troops are already preparing to celebrate.
Everyone! The Exaltists, the threat that plagued Wi-Fi Peninsula, have been wiped out under our thunderous assault. Once again, we've brought justice and victory to the people of New Eridu, like every triumph before. Give it up for yourselves, soldiers! Cheer for victory!
And let's hear it for our brilliant commander, Major General Lorenz!
I hate to be that guy, but isn't it a bit early to celebrate?
That commander sure seems to be soaking up the cheers.
A typical big shot, huh?
You're right to be concerned, Proxy. There are still Exaltist stragglers roaming inside and outside the Hollow. and the Obscura in the city haven't been fully inspected yet.
As far as I know, the key Exaltus leaders are still at large. They've managed to slip away after every encounter so far. The Exaltus will remain a threat until they're eliminated. Even though Mevarok was severely injured by Yishuan Shifu, and the Exaltus suffered heavy losses, there's still no sign of them backing down. Miasma activity is still spreading. Key people like Sarah still hold major influence.
Yishuan, High Preceptor of Yunquay Summit? I've heard the name before.
How come I don't see Colonel Isolde anywhere? As the operations leader, shouldn't she be here to celebrate?
Isolde has been unwell recently, and went back to the city to rest. She's also been absent from meetings over the past few days.
Maybe the commander's like Proxy and isn't fond of these kinds of gatherings. She might have just found an excuse to slip away.
You might be right. That does sound like her. In any case, we've dealt a heavy blow to the Exaltists. And after fighting on the verge of life and death, the soldiers really needed a victory to boost their morale.
That doesn't sound like something our strict Captain Magus would say.
Think of it as me trying to lift everyone's spirits. As soldiers, it is our duty to obey orders. So even when we have doubts, we can't launch investigations on our own.
If you take action without orders, you'll be standing trial at a military tribunal. I might not mind, but I'm sure Seed Sr. would stop us.
I don't want anyone ending up in front of a military tribunal either.
Right. Since it is a military order, the Major's restriction on you can't be lifted until the operation is officially concluded. Sorry about that, Proxy.
I understand. Obel Squad and all the other soldiers have already given so much to protect New Eridu. Everyone should enjoy this hard-earned victory.
Thank you, Proxy.
But as Phaeton, I have nowhere to stop moving forward. Excuse me, Mr. Special Envoy. The Colonel asked me to pass on a message. Some big wig from top is here to see you. What? Don't ask me about the specifics. You'll just have to go see for yourself. I think I know who this is. I knew it. It's him. Damien. You meet with Damien after dark and fill him in on what Lucro's doing.
Actually, I've already heard about Lucro personally entering the Hollow and the Major General's movements. Besides relocating Porcelumex and the Exaltus stock of Porcelume, they're rounding up trusted members who served under Ferox, including my poor colleagues who fled into the Hollow's labs, fearing a purge. The dust hasn't even settled, yet they're already discarding what they no longer need, proving that the only thing crueler than one ruthless boss is another. I have no place in Tops any longer, and the Defense Force won't seek justice for a stray like me.
Even though you played a major role in taking down Ferox, your new boss won't tolerate you for long, will he?
Exactly. I can't stand stray dogs like you always sniffing out scraps to survive. Like I ever had a choice. I'm just trying to stay alive. Honestly, I was already planning to turn to you and Yunquay Summit for help. Regardless of our differences, you are among the few in Waifei Peninsula who have the power, care about justice, and are willing to hear me out. A stray like me is used to bowing and begging.
Unfortunately, no matter how much power we might have, we're just as constrained as you are now. I can't contact anyone at Yunquay Summit for assistance either. But if it's to keep you safe...
It's all right. Just when I was at my wit's end, Miss Savior appeared.
Just as Damien finishes speaking, a small figure suddenly springs out from behind him. Oh.
Hiya! I'm the savior he was talking about.
It's her.
It's funny. Most company employees usually see me as a disaster. Who would have thought I'd ever be called a savior?
Allow me to introduce you. This is Miss Zhao from TOPS, affiliated with the Krampus Compliance Authority.
Oh.
Nice to meet you, Miss Zhao. The Krampus Compliance Authority. Is that the name of another company within TOPS? It doesn't sound as familiar to me as the other big companies.
That's all right. Most people haven't heard of it. Krampus isn't actually a company. Our role is to inspect, decide on, and enforce regulations. Brutal competition is an inherent flaw of the market system. For the members at the round table, it doesn't matter if the company's executives are tearing each other apart. However, the condition is that all actions by the company and its management must comply with the core rules and interests of the Alliance. The business game doesn't always let us play by the rules. That's the round table's mercy. But when those rule breakers go too far, the strict mother reaches out with her black branch. This time, poor Salumix has clearly stepped out of line.
I think I get why the corporations might see members of Krampus as a disaster. Even so, having regulators like you is probably a key reason TOPS has managed to maintain its strong position in the city.
So, it's not hard for you to understand why I see Miss Zhao as my savior, right?
We'll only know whether I'm your savior or your disaster once all the investigations are complete.
Better than letting someone like Lucro treat you like a fish on a chopping board, right?
Although he's not really a friend, I do have some understanding of the way Damien does things. He's determined to survive this brutal game, but he's also someone who would never cross the line.
Huh. You've got sharp and beautiful eyes. I hope you'll never become the enemy of Krampus. And that when those eyes look at me again, they won't be filled with hostility, Mr. Wise.
Miss Joe and the Krampus member turns and walks off with Damien in tow. She may have been small in stature, but her commanding presence nearly overshadowed the disheveled Damien beside her. It's getting late. Let's head back to the tent and get some rest. Roxy. It's not time to sleep yet. I came all this way with squad member Sid to invite you to a special nighttime operation. Special nighttime OP? Op? Follow us and you'll see, Roxy. Shh. Move quietly and stay low, just like a snake. Sid and Trigger quietly creep up behind Orphe and suddenly launch a surprise attack.
Soldier Orphe!
Soldier Orphe!
You two again? Now you have the proxy as an accomplice too?
It's not what it looks like, Orphe. I had no idea those two were planning to scare you.
Captain Magus is asleep. Don't wake her up. We should let her rest.
Is it time for the captain's self-diagnostics?
Is Orphe more worried about waking the captain or about the captain catching you secretly enjoying some prohibited items?
Excuse me. First of all, my concern for the captain is absolutely genuine. Second, the field manual doesn't list lemon-flavored chips under prohibited foods during deployment. I have every right to protest Captain Magus's executive decision to declare all snacks as prohibited.
Oh, then why doesn't Orphe protest when the captain's actually awake?
I'm sure Orphe has her own reasons.
Anyway, if Orphe doesn't want us to tell the captain...
How about sharing some of those lemon chips with us?
Seed and Trigger are robbing me again!
Isn't this just a regular part of our night ops briefing?
The law doesn't punish the majority, Orphe.
Then, the proxy should also share the responsibility.
I'll take care of those lemon flavored chips.
A special mission to get rid of lemon-flavored chips? Count me in.
In the sea breeze of Wi-Fi Peninsula, you team up with Obo Squad to finish off the lemon-flavored chips. As night deepens, Sid and Trigger, who ambush Orphe, return to the squad's camp. Just as you're about to leave, Orphe calls out to you.
Proxy, there's something I need to talk to you about. It's about the captain.
Let me guess. It's something that you can only say when Captain Magus is asleep?
That's right. Proxy, I want to apologize on behalf of the captain for her bad attitude toward you during the mission. But there's a reason why the captain acted that way.
I trust you, Orphe. Just like you trust Captain Magus. Come to think of it, you and Magus make quite the unique team. A soldier paired with an intelligent weapon construct.
An intelligent construct? No, the captain is more than that. Can I trust you, Proxy?
You can trust me, just like how you trust Captain Magus.
I'm just a gunner. A soldier, here to support Captain Magus. Orphe, you're being too hard on yourself again. You're special. You're one of a kind. That's how they would comfort me. If Captain Magus and the others were here. But no. I know that I'm not someone special. From the moment I was born, being a gunner has been my sole purpose and mission. In the disaster 11 years ago, New Eridu lost so much. It lost so many of its soldiers. The Defense Force's last remaining gemstone, Obsidian Division, also suffered heavy losses. At the time, the military had launched various research projects. Enhanced soldiers, cybernetic soldiers even. Cloned soldiers. It sounds brutal, doesn't it? But if it weren't for these cruel projects, Obsidian Division might never have lasted this long. I was also born at that time, cloned from a legendary soldier, and designed to aid that legendary soldier as an assistant. That legendary soldier's military code name was Magus. The soldier's original body has long been destroyed. All that remains now is a backup of her consciousness, or what you could call her soul, stored within the weapon. Even in death, she's still wielded as a weapon by the Defense Force. Though Captain Magus always says it's what she wanted, is it really a blessing? Or a curse? All things considered, I'm quite lucky. Selfish, even. I stole her body, her name. You could even say I stole her life. But Captain Magus has never cared about that. She'd just say to me, Orphe, my life was far too boring. You should live your own life. I know the looks in my comrades' eyes often carry sympathy or pity, mockery, or even disgust. Still, I can't help but feel that I'm lucky. I met Captain Magus, I met Obel Squad, and even crossed paths with someone as strong and interesting as you, Proxy. I know there's nothing special about the way I was born, but you all keep telling me, Orphe, you're being too hard on yourself again. You're special, you're one of a kind. Yet, the cold glass tanks, the tasteless nutrient fluids, those eyes filled with sympathy, pity, mockery, or disgust, they all proved one thing. I'm nothing special. They all told me I'm just a pathetic, tragic person. But you all keep telling me over and over again, you're one of a kind, Orphe. I can leave those glass tanks in the past. I just don't want to let your expectations down. Rather than those cold, lifeless glass tanks, I want the warmth of Captain Magus. I'd rather have my noisy Obel Squad and you, the cool Proxy. Our pasts, whether it's mine or Captain Magus's, are not what define us. Although Captain Magus often jokingly calls you the villain, that's all just talk.
Thank you for the hydrant, Satch.
Our pasts are not what define us. Instead, it's up to us to determine our destinations. As a proxy, you'll lead us to the right place. I believe in you, Proxy.
Man. Uy, gising si Magus. Probably signal disruption connection with the issue is established.
Fairy, have you finished calculating the exact coordinates of the blind spot in Lemnian Hollow's most active area?
Affirmative. HDD data sync complete. Transmitting coordinate data to EOS's Carrot module now.
Wise, finally. The exact coordinates are now locked in. The next step is to move out with Oval Squad and take them out in one strike.
Negative. Lorenz's forces have currently halted all further operations, so Obel Squad is unauthorized to act without orders. Could you send a message to Yishuan Sifu? Actually, scratch that. Better send it to Senior Fufu instead. Sifu never replies to messages. Just say, Junior Wise needs your help. It's urgent. Please ask Yishuan Sifu to come to the rescue. P.S. Don't let the defense force find out.
Poor Junior Wise is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the defense force. It's urgent. Come rescue him quickly. P.S. Stay low-key and avoid any clashes with the defense force.
Aren't you exaggerating things?
Aren't you over-exaggerating a little?
We're talking about the safety of Waifei Peninsula here. So what if it's a little exaggerated?
All we can do now is pray that Rinquay Summit sends help soon. Who knows what kind of mess the Exaltus might be stirring up in the Hollow, while Lorenz is basking in the limelight. There's no time to waste. I'm logging off now.
Just as you're about to fall asleep, the familiar chirping breaks your peaceful slumber again.
Huh?
Oh! It's the burb. It's that Shiva's Qingming burb. Your vision suddenly dims, but strangely you don't feel afraid. When you come to your senses, you're already being carried high up in the air by bird talons. Your body feels weightless, like a feather bursting into the air one moment, then heavy like a stone sinking in a lake the next. By the time you can come back to your senses, you've already arrived. Wow.
I think I just had a dream. Am I still dreaming? Or is this really Swabian Temple?
My disciple, Fufu told me poor Junior Wise is suffering cruel mistreatment at the hands of the defense force. It's urgent. And that I need to stay low and avoid any clashes with them.
Word for word! The message came straight from Junior Wise's sister! By the way, your dear sister is here too.
Someone's messing with our junior out there. That's the last straw. Shifu, it's time we step in and get an explanation, don't you think?
What do you mean by step in? Junior Wise just looks a little dazed, that's all. I don't see any signs of cruel mistreatment.
Did Yishuan Sufu use a technique to bring me to Swabian Temple?
Seems you're finally catching on now.
Your safety, of course, is our highest priority. But given how you contacted us in such a rush, I assume you've run into some trouble with the military?
Come on, Junior Wise. What happened out there that made you call Shifu for help? Don't worry, you can tell us. We're all here for you.
That's right. All your seniors are here.
Aww. You lay out the intel calculated by Fairy, along with all accompanying suspicions and speculation for everyone.
Cunning as always. Certainly sounds like the Exaltists.
If the Defense Force can't deal with those scoundrels, then we will. When do we set out, Shifu?
No need to be hasty. Let Junior Wise get some proper rest first.
This job has really been tough on you, Wise. Senior sister is the best. Senior sister. A proxy without their senior sister is nothing. Those damn soldiers, how dare they lock up my junior? Aww. Ang cute nila. You still got your senior sister waiting for you up on the mountain. Can't have you getting kidnapped before you see her. I keep having these unsettling dreams lately. Like something bad is about to happen. Whenever I'm on missions in miasma dense areas, I always hear these whispers. I'm a bit worried about you and about your senior sister. It's not corruption symptoms, is it, Senior? Have the recent missions been too much? If so, let me help share the load. Don't worry much. The sky could fall and Shifu would handle it. We'll be okay. You're right. We've still got Shifu. Explain to Shifu in details about the Obscura found in White Peninsula and the potential Exaltist bases hidden in the hollow. The lives of White Peninsula citizens are at stake. It can't be taken lightly. If the Defense Force refuses to step in, then Yunkwei Summit will have no choice but to break the rules of the engagement and take action. But now there are threats both inside and outside the hollow. And with so few disciples left at Suiban Temple, we might need some reinforcements. Before Yuchuan can finish speaking, an angry shout from outside cuts her off.
Hand over the proxy!
Oh. The poor temple gate couldn't withstand the force of uninvited guests. It creaked open and let them into the courtyard.
I was wondering who would break into Swabian Temple in the middle of the night. Turns out it's soldiers from the Defense Force. Please be aware that although Phylum Heights is under military control, soldiers have no right to enter private residences without permission. And my temple isn't exactly a place where anyone can just come and go as they please.
What's all this rambling?
I think what this lady means, Captain, is that you barged into someone's home in the middle of the night and caused a big ruckus. And now she's ready to give you a beating.
Give me a beating?
Seed Senior said that if this lady is going to beat you up, he probably won't be able to stop her.
Even with all the Obsidian troops of Wi-Fi Peninsula's support, you probably still couldn't stop me.
High Preceptor Ishuan, this unannounced visit is not meant as a provocation. The person behind you, Phaethon, is currently under our protection.
Under your protection? You mean the mayor's envoy whose freedom is now being restricted?
The temporary restriction on the proxy's movement is both to protect military secrets and to ensure the proxy's safety.
No matter how you look at it, my disciple is safest under my protection.
Listen, you two. There's something more urgent to deal with than my safety.
Proxy, are you okay?
Oh, so the proxy wasn't kidnapped by Yunkwei Summit.
Apologies. This is my mistake. I thought it was the city authorities who took the proxy away, trying to extract military information.
I've never cared about military secrets, only about the safety of my disciples and the well-being of New Eridu.
Well then, Proxy, if you went so far as to defy military orders to contact Yunkwei Summit, I trust you must have had a good reason.
Once again, you lay out the current intel and situation for both parties.
You mean you're absolutely certain that the Exaltists still have a real stronghold hidden somewhere in the Hollow?
I can't say I'm completely certain. Not until I enter the Hollow myself and reach those coordinates. But as Guardians of New Eridu, Shouldn't Rinkwei Summit and the Defense Force investigate, even if there's only the slightest chance of danger?
Wise, I just received an alert from Barry.
According to real-time Hollow monitoring data, ether activity is rising across the entire Lemnian Hollow. Warning: ether activity across Lemnian Hollow is approaching record-high levels. Warning: at the current rate of Hollow expansion, there is a 17.2% chance that Lemnian Hollow will breach the Zenless limit within 1,026 hours.
Zenless limit.
What's that voice assistant rambling about this time?
Basically, she's saying that if left unchecked, the hollow might just go boom.
Whoa. About the image of Bangbu in the military.
The exaltists in charge of miasma research mentioned experiments on large-scale miasma activation. I suspect they're preparing for what they call the final sacrifice. Based on the intelligence and mission results we've seen, the exaltists control most of the miasma-rich areas in Lemnian Hollow. They've also mastered the technology to manipulate the unique ether. The current rise in ether activity throughout the Hollow is probably connected to the exaltists' operations.
If your theory is true, then this currently undiscovered Exaltus base will likely become the central hub for their final sacrifice.
Exactly. But if we can take out their hidden base, the sacrifice ritual won't happen, and the Hollow's rising activity will be back under control.
How do you manage to sigh with a mechanical throat like that?
Although I tried to ignore some of the seemingly fabricated technical terms, you still managed to lose me. So essentially, we head in, confirm whether any Exaltist rats are still stirring up trouble, and if they are, we wipe them out. That should eliminate the threat, right?
Wow, Captain Magus. You actually understood everything this time. Amazing.
Then let's move out. Ogle Squad will personally eliminate the looming shadow that threatens Wi-Fi Peninsula.
But Captain Magus, weren't you just saying an hour ago that military orders must never be disobeyed?
Disobeying orders? Hardly. We were chasing after Phaethon, who fled all the way into the Hollow with classified military intel.
Captain Magus, your enthusiasm is truly moving. But you could have just left it to Yunkwei Summit.
It's our duty as the Defense Force to wipe out the Exaltists. If our superior officers have failed in that duty, then I'll take responsibility myself. Besides, the Obscura still haven't been fully examined. If a sacrifice really did emerge from the boxes, then Defense Force soldiers, and even civilians, would pay dearly.
I understand. My disciples and I will remain on standby at Phylum Heights and fulfill our duty to protect this place.
In that case, the attack plan and the operation start time need to be decided ASAP.
Deploying all of Ogle Squad would draw too much attention. We'll need to wait for the right moment. Let's regroup and launch the operation first thing tomorrow morning. All members of the Ogle Squad, return to base and get some rest.
Yes, Captain Magus.
Tomorrow's probably going to be a long day.
Oh shit. Okay, so I think we're gonna stop there for now. Who the fuck is that? Oh, it's her. Anyway. Ask Sid why she's here. Yeah, wait, let's see. Okay, so you have to trigger this one. Okay. Okay. I kinda have a liking with her. But it's just weird.
Soldier Orphe!
I'm not late, am I?
How does this thing work? When Orphe and Magus are off-field, if special attack corrosive flash is available and energy is greater than or equal to 60, consume 30 energy to automatically trigger EX special attack So a field character. Huh. So repeated triggers duration. Zero in increase agent attack by 130 while other max initial energy region is greater than or equal to 1.6 or even 0.1 initial energy region above the threshold. Attack increases by an additional 20. Instead at 340. When an agent with zero in triggers aftershock, there is zero. Aftershock ignores 25% of the. Oh, Mon ENER show.
Ogle Squad.
At your command.
Then this one is. Oh, it's really ER. Okay.
Bear witness to the noble principles of the Timefield family.
Huh? Is something the matter?
The case. Ba't may ER na ano? This one. But electro damage. Hit rate.
Officer 148, Juyuan, ready.
So she's kinda like W engine dependent. Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? Let's try to pull the engine. At some point, we're just gonna build up some PT, I guess. So I'm trying to get Vivian's engine next patch. So you know what? Might as well, I guess. Okay, let's just have 110 pull. Okay. 2 A's, interesting. Okay. So are you not going to save for Vivian skin? Wait, paano ba yung sa Vivian skin? Kailangan mag-pull? Gago, ngayon ko lang nabasa. Ano bang, ano to? 2 point, ano ba to? 2 point. What's the version for this one? Oh, so I wasted 10 pulls. That sucks. Yeah, 2.3 and 2.4 actually. 180. Okay, that sucks. I just waited 10 pulls, if that's the case. master tips. No. Yeah, it works on weapon or ano. But not, it doesn't work on this one. Because this is not, wait, master tape. Encrypted. Yeah, it's supposed to be encrypted one. No. Just the encrypted one. Yeah. Because kung kasama yung bamboo, di panalo na ako. Ayan, oh, I have 180 pulls. I have 180 bouffons. Yeah, so, yeah. It's just the encrypted one. I think abot naman. Yeah, just wasted 10 pulls. I mean, they have quite a lot of free thingies, so yeah. Okay, fuck that. Okay lang yun. Amo na. Pull na lang tayo dito, one by one. What's this? Yeah, it's good for me. Oh, fuck. Okay. I'd lose it then. Bakit? Nag-pull ka kaya, no? Oh.
What's up?
Shit.
Technical support?
Actually, naisip ko si Grace talaga makukuha ko dito. Sa standard. Wala, okay lang. I need her engine though. I only have like 20 pulls. Well, at least you're gonna get, you're guaranteed. Pero medyo ano kasi, medyo, I think makakaipon naman tayo 180 pulls. For 2 patches, which is like, yung 2 patches kasi na yon, kulang-kulang 2 months. I think 180 pulls. Kinda, I don't know.
Bear witness to the noble principles of the time.
I only handle technical matters.
It's kinda weird na, ewan ko. She's kinda built actually. I built her at some point. Hindi, ito lang pala. Yeah. Okay naman siyang gamitin. Kailangan lang talaga ng ER. So more likely we'll need her engine. Someone calculated the pulse for 2.3 F2P with Welkin and with BP it's like around 70 lang for 2.3. Ganun. Eh di wag na tayo umasa. Yeah. Asa na lang ako sa ano?
Let's
Engine na
start
lang.
the experiment.
Asa na lang ako sa engine. Saan na ba yun? Kasi I really think na it's all.
What?
No, it's just the ano. Ito yung need ko eh. Yung engine niya. So hindi ko talaga feel na kapag hindi yun yung engine na ano. Especially if it's yung front, yung lagi mong gamit, front character, hindi off-field, on-field yun, on-field character. Kapag hindi mo, pag hindi signature signature engine yung gamit, hindi mo siya masyado mararamdaman, to be honest. Kapag mga off-field, at some, kaya pala, pinalitan ko pala to. Ayan, kaya pala wala akong damage last time. But yeah, pag off-field characters kasi, at some point, depends on the engine, I guess. At some point, yes. Tulad ni, ito kasi okay lang na ito yung gamit niya. Since, ano na naman, kumbaga, taga-damage siya off-field on the background. While si Rina, ano na yun? Si Rina kasi, ay gago, hindi ko pa na-level up to. Because I have no signature for Alice and other. Kay S and B lang talaga ako nahihirapan kahit fully build. Actually true. Kaya naghahanap ako ng pang ano sa kanya. Kaya nag-pull ako kay Trigger. Kasi it really works for her as far at some point, I think. But yeah, it just sucks that they buff S and B just for the M2. For those who only have M2. Ito yung ano ko sa kanya, 73% crit rate, 160 crit damage. And yeah. Tapos ito actually feeling ko talaga magagamit ko pa to si ano eh, si Grace. Yun.
Standing by.
Pero yun, I think makakaipon pa tayo for doing these things. Ito pa. Marami-rami pa naman to. Mga tatlong pool. Ito pa. Ito marami-rami rin to. So magkakaroon pa tayong shield defense and stuff. Yeah, I think abot naman. Well, I think that's all for today. We just wasted this bullshit talaga. Hindi ko naisip agad yun. I should have not pulled, but yeah. It has already been done. Ito kumaan. Wait, what? View. Pati ko ma-upgrade. Walang upgrade. Ay, ito. Putik. Ay, tama ba? Oh, ang dami ko ng ganito, bro. may actually ito pa, ang dami ko pang I think ang dami ko pang hindi, ewan ko. Itong mga to. Tapos meron pa tayong wait, I just saw something. What's that? 6 days, okay. Kasi ito pa, I think I still have these. Hindi ko pa ginagawa. I know. Hindi ko pa ginagawa. Hindi, ito. Hindi ko pa nagagawa. Dami pa niyan. Saka to. I think ito hindi rin. Nagawa ko na. Yeah, well, that's all for today. Thank you guys for watching. And, gonna continue this tomorrow, I guess. Or on Monday. I don't know. Oh. Wait a minute. Hanggang kailan na lang to? I might be gone until Tuesday kasi. Going to Cosmania na I'll go to Mindoro, I think, kung hindi babagyo. Yeah, I mean, we have a farm there. Pero sana hindi bumagyo. Pero naisip ko rin kasi ang dami pa palang gagawin dito. Kung 10 days kasi, so may 12. So I'll be gone until 7. So, meron pa tayong itong 6 days na to. Yung 6 days na to. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hanggang Wednesday. Yeah, but we also have the things until Wednesday next week. Okay. Meron din sa Genshin din kasi ang alam ko. So, sige. Okay. Well, that's all for today. And thank you guys for watching. See you again next time. Bye-bye. Sa Genshin 2 weeks pa ata. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Bye-bye.